Kindergarten, kindergarten, what do you see?
Kayvon, what do you see?
I see a zebra looking at me. Nathaniel, what do you see? A dear frog looking at me. Sophia, what did you see? I see an alligator looking at me. Vanessa, what do you see? I see a raccoon looking at me. Grayson, what do you see? I see Winnie the Pooh looking at me. Noel, what do you see? I see a grizzly bear looking at me. Emily, what do you see? I see a deer looking at me. Alexander, what do you see? I see a mouse looking at me. Riley, what do you see? I see a panda bear looking at me. Victor, what do you see? I see a dinosaur looking at me. Letitia, what do you see? I see a bat looking at me. Tanisha, what do you see? I see a unicorn looking at me. Vidu, what do you see? I see a horse looking at me. Yura, what do you see? I see a macaroni penguin looking at me. Alexandra, what do you see? I see a brown dog looking at me. Wyatt, what do you see? I see a road runner looking at me. James, what do you see? I see a jaguar looking at me. Kayla, what do you see? I see a cat looking at me. Matthew, what do you see? I see a cheetah looking at me. Joseph, what do you see? I see a coyote looking at me. Aziz, what do you see? I see a sharp tooth looking at me. Adam, what do you see? I see a duck looking at me. Yan, what do you see? I see a dolphin looking at me. Nicola, what do you see? I see a lion looking at me.